In this video, we learn how to fetch the record ID and the object name. And to fetch the record ID, we have to use a property record ID and decorate that property with the @API. So if your component is placed inside the record page, automatically @API record ID will fetch the record ID. Similarly, to fetch the object name, you have to use a property object API name. Decorate it with the @API, and when your component is placed in a record page, it automatically fetches the object name. The only thing to remember here is this property name should be same in the same casing. So record ID is camel case, object API name is camel case, and you can think it as a keyword. Okay, so this should be as a keyword. So let's go and see how we can achieve this. So I'm in VS Code. I'll create a Lightning Web component. I'll say record ID and object name. So my component is ready. To fetch the record ID and the object name, we need API from the LWC package. And as I said, by default, if your component is in the record page, by default record ID will map to the record ID property, and the spelling should be same, then only it will map. And similarly, to map the object name, you have to use object API name as a property and decorate it with the @API. So once the components loads in the record page, it will see, okay, it's expecting something from the parent. Parent is a page in this case, and the parent will pass a record ID as well as a record API name if they have. So when they will have, if this component is available in the record page. If your this component available in the app page, there we don't have record ID or object name, so it will be empty. So let's go and create the card. We'll give title record ID and object name demo, and we'll say p record ID is, and we'll map the record ID. Similarly, I can say below this object name is, and I'll map the object API name property here. And before deploying, we need to change the meta tags. And here the catch here, till now we are using app page, but record ID and the object name basically available in the record page. So this time we're gonna use the different tags or different targets. So my target will be, this time I can place it into the both pages, app page as well as record page, but I want only this component to be visible on record page because I am expecting a record ID from the parent, and the record ID will come from the parent if your component is in the record page. So let's deploy this. So my component is deployed. I'm back to my org, and here we all have only app page, and to test this we need a record page. So what we're gonna do is we go to our personalize your navbar, and we'll try to add the accounts to our app, and click on add more. Here on click on all button or all link and select accounts. So we are basically adding the accounts to our app, and you can place the location. So I just want the accounts tab to be after component communication, and hit save. So now you can see accounts is coming here. Select the accounts, and you can see all the accounts by changing this drop down. You select any account here. So we are selecting the, now we are in the record page, and on the top in the URL you can see the record ID is there, and your all account records is available here. So now let's place our component here. Click the gear icon, select edit page, and we'll place that component to the page. So let's search our component name, record ID and object name. We'll place it on the top, hit save. It will ask you to activate. Click on activate. You can see we'll set it as assign as org default. Click next, hit save. Once the activation is done, hit save, and let's go back. And now on the screen you can see the record ID is coming and object name is coming as account, because we are in the account record page, right? So this is how you can use @API record ID as well as object API name. And this is very powerful when we work with the Apex or when we connect with the Salesforce database. When we have to pass the record ID to the server, you can easily use @API record ID and just pass this. So this is how you'll fetch the record ID and the object name. So that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next video.